Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. So on the bottom right side as the Daemon Hunter of ZZearf, who may be a little bit AFK. So on the top left side as the biggest and the strongest, we have Pax. Let's... Replay is relatively decently long. Okay, now he's actually going, so perfect. Sorry, I was just making sure that the replay is actually good and not just some sort of like AFK replay. We got a pair of shooters now deployed on the field as to support the slugger. Over here got the strike squad, and looks like got something queued up behind it, probably another Inquisitorial stormtrooper. And now you got these stormtroopers advancing up north. The Daemon Hunter is going for the power point, so we've got requisition power point. Strike squad may be eyeing for this requisition point now. Warboss is advancing on forward. Got early VP captured for the Warboss, getting a nice little head and lead with the VPs. This game tends to go pretty quick through the VPs. And sorry, I think I may have actually, before starting the stream, I think I actually got the transfer of the replays actually downloaded. I never actually put them in the replay folder I was wanting to cast, so I may need to restart the game once this replay is done, because I realized, oh, this is not one of the replays I selected. Warboss, I see a bit of fire there. Inquisitorial stormtroopers backing on off. Get another burst there onto the Warboss. Now got these shooters advancing forward with some sluggers to support. Over here, strike squad and stormtroopers are pushing way forward. Getting some good damage there onto the Warboss. And the Warboss is falling on back. Down south, we do have these sluggers and the shooters engaging the power point. Stormtroopers are advancing on forward. And the storm sluggers will be capturing the power point there. Stormtroopers will find the orc power generator. One has been put on the field. Do now have looks like a squad of looters have been put on the field. He's a good burst there onto the orc generator. Daemon Hunter's coming up north to support him. Strike squad is also going to be in the reach as well, so the entire Daemon Hunter army will be there. The generator does get focused down. Shooters advance forward. We'll find a burst there onto the Daemon Hunter as he ties them up in melee. Strike squad advancing forward. Gets good hits there onto the shooters. Luda has been pulled on the field, but has set up a little bit too far back. Now it's in range, and the stormtroopers do fall back before receiving suppression there. Daemon Hunter does receive a burst there as we got the Warboss now advancing forward. Stormtroopers are falling on back. Strike squad moving over here to engage the Warboss. Stormtroopers now eyeing to hit that Warboss there. Strike squad could try tying up the Warboss melee. Warboss is saying quite a bit of damage now. And the Warboss decides to fall back nice and early. Should be able to keep on out there. No problem with being wiped. Daemon Hunter does get forced on back there. And Lewis will be covering the Warboss's retreat. Slugger squad also falls back as well. And the orcs have claimed this power generator there. While the stormtroopers do destroy power generator, the sluggers do deny power generators. Lewis now advancing on forward. We got big shooters here. Does find the suppressive fire ability there onto the strike squad. And now we've got another round of big shooters as well.
Get the burners! Get the power thingy up, boss!
Stormtroopers now advancing down south. We do have a Luda squad setting on up there. Does find a person in the strike squad. Stormtroopers could go around towards the flank. There's still an arc there. Shooters getting some great damage on the stormtroopers, forcing them back through with just sheer firepower. And now look how the strike squad soft retreating away. Strike squad has plenty of health, and they probably will return to full before the next engagement. We do got the Purgation squad advancing forward. The flames can make short work of buildings. And we got the stormtroopers now back at home. Daemon Hunter now pushing more down the center of the map. 3 generators here. We do have 3 generators here. 2 of them are being deployed on out, and the strike squad is receiving a bit of fire from the shooters now. Luda's sitting on up, may find an angle on the strike squad there, but there is of course this little mesa there. Nope. Did I hear something just teleport forward? Oh, just knob leaders being teleported on in. Suppressive fire ability does connect onto the strike squad there. Gains some good damage there. Burners advancing forward. Going to be displacing them and forcing them back. Burners will be very, very effective versus these power generators. So the Orc players are going to eye to advance in that region. We do got the Looter squad now being flanked by the Stormtroopers as well as by the Daemon Hunter himself. But it does pull back the shooters over here. The Burners are going to make their way over to the power generator. Nope, the Sluggers were pulled back as well. Warboss now receiving some fire. And the Stormtroopers do get some good damage there. Requisition point will likely get decaptured, and the Warboss will probably retreat after that. Shooters finding some good volleys there onto those Stormtroopers. The point does get decaptured, and there comes a stomp, knocking back the Daemon Hunter before retreating them back. Shooters do advance too far forward, too close to the Daemon Hunter. And now we've got the Percutation squad getting suppressed by the Ludas. So suppressive fire does come forward onto the Daemon Hunter. Daemon Hunter is quite wounded, may need to fall back sooner or later. No upgrades on Daemon Hunter, no upgrades on the Warboss. We've got a good number of upgrades for the various Orc infantry units, but we do have no sergeant upgrade onto the Inquisitor Stormtroopers.
Right, we'll get the post up.
Right now, their resources are quite similar as well, so the Orcs is doing a good job of field control. Stormtroopers and Strike Squad now go around the flanks. The Looter Squad is right there and can easily be flanked by the various Grey Knight forces. Percutation Squad advancing forward. Looter Squad could find a good angle there. Some sort of ability was utilized on top of the Percutation Squad. Got a great cast there by the Daemon Hunter, hitting those shooters there. Percutation Squad does get suppressed there. Strike Squad does force back the Ludas. We've got this force now falling on back. Does go for another power generator now. I use suppressive fire ability down the Percutation Squad and does fall back now. Both players are going for tier 2. I can zoom out a little bit. Daemon Hunter's now captured the central VP. Stormtroopers moving around the flanks. And now we do have who's getting some healed on reinforced, healed on up. Both players tier 2 will come out soon. And we've got the Warboss on seeing some fire from the Stormtroopers. The Percutation Squad may get some suppression there. Nope, does not. And the Warboss does capture the requisition point and runs to the next requisition point. This is going to turn around, trying to engage these Stormtroopers. The Daemon Hunter does fall back entirely as well. There's a great hit there. Stormtroopers find a good volley there. Percutation Squad trying to deactivate this point, and the Orc is going a little bit greedy, going for an extra power generator along the flank.
Too late to patch the walls now.
Percutation Squad is going to eye for that generator now. We'll be able to destroy it. Looter Squad advancing forward, and pretty close to that Percutation Squad. Percutation Squad does not finish off that generator, does finish off now, and will receive suppressive fire now. Shooters advancing on forward. We've got the Burner Squad along the flanks. They do now to lead them. And now this Percutation Squad is falling back away from these shooters. Try to use a line of sight blocker there to his advantage, but was largely unsuccessful. The Percutation Squad can avoid advance up north to flank that Luda. But now we do have a Rhino deployed on the field. We do have a squad of tank busters on the field queue as well. Doesn't use suppressive fire ability there on the now it does use suppressive fire in the Percutation Squad. It's good damage there. Crystal Stormtroopers do bound pop on out, but they do not have any. They are not going to start an upgrade. Once they get to start an upgrade, they can throw their grenades. Percutation Squad is severely when it does load up beside the Rhino, and they did receive suppressive fire from the Percutation Squad. Down south, we've got the Burners advancing forward, getting some good damage there onto these generators. The Percutation Squad is still inside that Rhino, so they can make short work of these generators. Let's say maybe force fire on the ground right there. It gets great damage there. Now got tank busters coming in from a barrage there. Rolls a miss there. Does follow up with a secondary barrage attack of actual. Got some hits there. Fragmentation squad still getting some great damage to those power generators. Warboss now charging down the strike squad, being upgraded the cyborg implants. And last, the orc generators will go and go on down. Fragmentation squad is now falling back. We're seeing quite a bit of fire and retreat. Tank busters do fire, of course, a volley there, unsuccessfully, really. But they do get some melee hits there. Didn't get any models, however. The orcs need to take time to recapture a lot of these points. Right now, he has lost quite a bit of field control. We've got the Rhino now advancing forward, trying to find some sort of engagement.
Victory for the orcs. Victory for me.
Crystal Stormtroopers do have an upgrade, the sergeant upgrade, and access to grenades. And we've got another power generator here, this time deployed out by the Grey Knight player. Does get destroyed off by the tank busters. Crystal Stormtroopers advancing forward do have a cast being called on there. Looks like Daemon has about upgrade a couple upgrades. Quick Force Rod grants you retribution ability, which I believe that was the ability. And we also got the Tome of Tranquility, giving him energy regen and cooldown reduction. Warboss has an upgrade to the boss pole, which designates him as the boss, as well as cyborg implants, giving him a place to stomp with Big Stomp, as well as getting some health regen. Grenade does roll a miss there. Tank Buster barrage raining on in. Does get some damage there onto that Rhino. And now Strike Squad is fully withdrawing from the region. Daemon Hunter does capture the central VP. Got another cast right there, getting good hits there. Tank Busters do find a good follow there on the Rhino. Daemon Hunter try to tie up the Tank Busters up in melee. Goes out frag grenade there. Does fire mortar barrage there, but only one guy's firing the barrage itself. Getting forced back and does dodge that single mortar. Tank Busters down to his last little bit of health. Daemon Hunter gets a melee hit there. It would have been the kill there, but was unable to get the kill. Warboss turning forward. May want to be upgraded to Xenon's power pole at the current rate. Fragmentation squad is seeing a bit of fire there. Crystal Stormtroopers inside. Hop on out the Rhino. They could throw a couple quick frags on that force. It does get a decent hit there. Now the Fragmentation squad does get forced some back. Rhino advancing forward. Got some of these Stormtroopers getting some good damage there. Got the Retribution ability being activated now, I think. Yes, it was. Warboss seeing a bit of fire there. The Daemon Hunter does fully go down to the Burner squad. And he does fall back while taking out the Burner squad. Warboss does not capture that VP entirely, and this one is the capture as well, so it's captured against the Orcs. Currently, the Orcs do have a VP lead, only by a small margin, as course shrinking. The Tank Busters go fire their mortar barrage. There's a number of them actually hit that terrain there, getting knocked back there with the strike squad, interrupting the capture, not recapturing at the moment. Generators now seeing some fire. Tank Busters do make a soft retreat away from those Tank Busters. The Orcs are advancing forward. One generator does go down. Strike squad may see some hits there. Doesn't use the suppressive fire ability in there in time. Got some sort of cast there by the strike squad. Great cast there. And the strike squad does fall back. Mortar barrage trying to hit the Rhino, getting some great hits there, almost fully destroying it. Tank Busters are finding shots not at the Rhino, too far away. And now Stormtroopers are falling back. This one does manage to escape out with one model remaining. Now it's time for the Orcs to rapidly capture a lot of sectors. He does have one generator still alive. The point's still activated as well. Both players looks like they're advancing towards their tier 3. Rhino needs to advance away and get some repairs. And the Daemon Hunters are using massive amounts of damage there from the shooters. It looks like he's full withdrawing from the region now. We do now have a side cannon equipped onto the Percutation squad. Gives some good range firepower, but does not provide suppression. Good damage there on the Purification Squad. He needs to fall back entirely. Does now. There's also Stormtroopers trying to eye some repairs in the Rhino. Desperately needs a lot of repairs. Tank Busters can, of course, take a quick barrage there to quick take it out. Even auto attack may be able to take out that Rhino. Fires a barrage now. Will it find direct hit there? Will find some great hits there, and does not take out the Rhino. Shooters may want to get the super fire ability there. Strike Squad does not have the Sergeant anymore. Great retribution ability there. The Burst now charging forward. Tank Busters finds some hits there on the power activated power node. Warboss now engaging in melee. Goods there onto the Burnas, knocking them back with the grenades. Chain knocking them back now. Rhinos see a bit of damage there. Mortars, those Tank Busters do get a hit there. And Psych items now set on up, getting some good damage there onto these Burnas. Power Generator's now seeing some fire there. Power Generator does in fact go down. And this Rhino is falling on back. Strike Squad set on up, getting some good damage on these forces. Purification Squad, or should I say Purification Squad, but the Purification Squad needs to be forced back, currently suppressed, and receiving lots of fire. The Purification Squad may get wiped out right there. It does get fully wiped out right there. Strike Squad faints forward and may get wiped out himself. The Warboss on the tree path and takes out the Strike Squad. Big losses there for the Daemon Hunter. Not going for our Grey Knight Terminators. And the Tank Busters Squad doesn't manage to retreat back in time. Daemon Hunter still has 300 health remaining, so it's unlikely going to get wiped out. And now we've got the third VP being captured up by the Orcs. This will rapidly have the tickets count down in his favor. But you got the Stormtroopers taking out all these power generators. The Loot Tank is on the build queue, so maybe the Orc player doesn't need any more power or reinforcements at least anymore. Tank Busters and Ludas do require energy to reinforce, but not the Sluggers nor Shooters.
Besides, got 200 points left.
Rhino's facing forward. Shooters now trying to engage it. The Rhino is nearly fully repaired. Has received some scratches right there. No beaming death gun on the Ludas.
Bowing on the armor, boss.
Good suppression coming out onto the Stormtroopers. Being reinforced in the front line. Good grenade there, knocking back the Shooters. Luda was not firing the entire time. And we got the Luda tank now facing forward. Has some the reinforced Platen, which also not only grants health, but also the boom gun ability. Luda tank finds a good hit there onto the Rhino. Even get a good number of model kills as well with that shot. Strike Squad, oh no, that is the Grey Knight Terminators do teleport forward, gain some damage there on the Luda tank. The Luda tank's not being repaired. Burner's trying to deal with these Grey Knight Terminators. He gains some good damage there. Shooter's not firing away. They are, both of them are fully reinforced in the front line. One just has less than half health, well, 6 models. Do now the last can upgrade there onto the Rhino. Not exactly a very effective AT vehicle weapon, but this is able to hit vehicles decently well. These forces do fall back in time. We do also have the side cannon upgrade onto the Grey Knight Terminators. They also being upgraded the Liber Demonica.
100 points left.
The Orcs do have plenty of VPs at the moment. Decapture this point will assault the VP loss. Last game does get a good hit there on the Rhino. He does fire some shots there onto the Warboss. Super Stormtroopers have popped on out, trying to get some good damage there onto the Warboss. Grenade does range short. Orc forces are starting to advance on forward. Tank Busters are fully reinforced, not fully healed. Luda is advancing forward as well. Could go for the beaming death gun to really engage that Rhino. Both the Luda tank and the Tank Busters in the region don't really need the extra AT vehicle. This VP is being captured up. This VP has not been decaptured. And now the loot is going to be decapturing the central VP now. Requisition point now being captured on up. Grey Knight Terminators advancing forward. A little bit wounded. Grey Knight Terminators now advancing forward. Of course, they need a bit of support. There's some good damage there. Luda does find a good volleys there. We got the Warboss on pushing forward. The boss pulls in the region. Grey Knight Terminators receive a bit of fire there. Is that the boom death gun? Yep, the boom gun. It's good hit there onto those Corsair Stormtroopers. Big stop does come forward as well. Looks like the Slugger Squad does fall back. Overstrike now being called on in. It's going to be relatively effective. Luda tank does manage back out of the region. Tank busters and Luda will be hit. Looks like the Tank Buster or one of the squads went down. The Luda squad's still alive. The Tank Buster did go down. And all the Warboss is falling on back. Of course, the Stormtroopers now engaging. Grey Knight Terminators almost get fully wiped as well, being reinforced while running past that Rhino. And now it looks like they're going to be falling back to base. Luda tank still has plenty of health to push on forward with, just a bit worried about the twin blast cannons of the Rhino. And the Rhino is going to advance on forward. No damage onto it whatsoever, not even a scratch in its paint job currently. Now the Burner Squad is advancing on forward. We've got these forces being reinforced, and we do have a Commando Squad being pulled on out. The Orc players has reinforced and now push way forward once again. The Commando Squad is advancing on forward, and the Rhino is backing off, and then maybe a squad in the back of it. Grey Knight Terminators have been fully reinforced, still not max health, but of course you can't always rely on max health all the time. So Stormtroopers captured the northern or left, west points. Is now engaging the Daemon Hunter. Daemon Hunter has been upgraded now as well as the Banishing Cloak, increasing health by 50, energy by 25, grants a Rites of Exorcism ability, which cripples and weakens enemy vehicles. So it sounds like a ranged vehicle snare. Grey Knight Terminators are falling back. There's a little bit too much fire here. Retribution abilities fire being cast on in, or no, that was actually another ability there from the Daemon Hunter, or from the Grey Knight Terminators, I should say. Daemon Hunter looks like in full retreat. Grey Knight Terminators are falling back as well. It looks like Rhino has been loaded up with the 2 Inquisitor Stormtroopers. The Orcs have captured such a VP, so the VPs are counting down in their favor once again. And this Rhino is pushing around. Grey Knight Terminators now advancing up to the center of the map, trying to find some sort of engagement.
Getting a power thingy up, boss.
Oh, we do got the Commando Squad camouflage right there. I don't know why it sort of surprised me. Daemon Hunters advancing forward. Inquisitor Stormtroopers and Strike Squad Terminators trying to get a good engagement there. Misses the boom gun there. And now the Inquisitor Stormtroopers may find a good engagement there onto the Warboss. Warboss still does not have any sort of weapon upgrade. Luda takes now advance forward, trying to find some hits there onto the Rhino. Unsuccessful actually getting hits onto it, being checked by other forces. Stomp does go ahead and stun those Terminators. And the Luda tank has received massive amounts of fire, has your armor exposed to the Rhino, and the Luda tank does fully get wiped out. Grey Knight Terminators in a mix of everything, teleporting around, trying to gauge that Luda. And great retribution ability there, knocking back all that entire force. Luda's fall back, Burner's trying to gain some good engagement there. Shooters to avoid that grenade. We've got now the Daemon Hunter advancing forward, trying to get some good engagement attacks onto the Slugger. Slugger's down to minimal health. The Slugger will fall back with as little as 9 health remaining. Stormtroopers advancing forward, another grenade hit there. Looks like the some of the shooters seem quite a bit fire there. Oh, I just realized something. There was a triple capture. The Knobs captured this point, and the VPs ran out and read back to the game. This end grid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.